In this session, we are going to learn about V model. V model is also known as verification and validation model. Here, it is also known as VV model. And let us learn what is verification and what is validation. Verification, verifying all the requirements specified by the customer. Here we check, are we building the right product or not? And next, validation. Validate the software by executing the test cases. Here we check whether are we building the right product. And next, let us discuss V model in a detailed way. Requirement design and the system design, architecture design and module design. These all are comes under verification phase. And next, testing, unit test, integration test, system test, acceptance testing. These all are comes under validation phase. And in this requirement phase, the business analyst will collect the information and write it in a document called business requirement document or customer requirement specification document. This document is input document for performing the acceptance testing. And next, system design. In this system design, they prepares a document called SRS document. It is prepared by the project manager or product owner, product manager, based on the business requirement document. And in this SRS, they describes each and everything in a detail by including images, designs, for better understanding of the requirements. And next, architecture design. In this architecture design is HLD. HLD means high level design. This HLD is prepared by the designers. And next, module design. Module design is LLD, low level design. This low level design is also prepared by the designers. HLD and LLD once HLD and LLD documents are created, the developers visualize and understand those documents. Based on those documents, they start writing the code. And in this verification phase, we focuses on only on the documents. These documents are tested in the form of reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections. In this, we test the document. We check the completeness and correctness of the document. It is also known as static testing. In this verification phase, we check whether we are developing the right product or not. And coming to validation phase. In this validation phase, we validate the software by doing all kind of testings like unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Once the developers finishes the writing code, he does the unit testing. What is unit testing? Unit testing is nothing but testing the functionality of the single component. Here, unit testing is also known as white box testing. Why it is called white box testing? Because he knows the internal structure of the code. So it is called white box testing. And next, integration testing. What is integration testing? Individual modules are grouped together and tested by the developers. The purpose of integration testing is checking what modules are working fine as expected once they are integrated. That is integration testing. And next, system testing. System testing is nothing but testing the entire system. Here, system testing verifies the elements of the system, whether it is working fine or not, and verifying whether the function and the performance has been achieved or not. That is system testing. Next, acceptance testing. What is acceptance testing? Acceptance testing is performed by the end users or the customers. In this acceptance testing, it is performed in the real-time business scenario. And next, one thing, here in the requirement design phase, they prepare a document called business requirement document. And this document is the input document for the acceptance testing. If the document are created and they start writing the acceptance test cases. And next, in system design, the document called SRS, software requirement specification document, is an input document for system testing. Once they are created, they start writing the system test cases. And next here HLD. HLD means high level design documents or input document for the integration test cases. Once they are created, they start writing the integration test cases. And next LLD. LLD is a low level design document, is the input for the unit testing. And once they are created, they start writing the unit test cases. This is the detailed of V model. And next, let us discuss the advantages of V model. All the stages are tested. As I said earlier, from requirement phase to user acceptance phase, in all stages, the testing is included. Next, it is easy to use. Next, deliverables are parallel as developers and test engineer work together. Here, deliverables called business requirement document, SRS, HLD, and LLD. These are the deliverables. And next, defects will be less. Defects will be less because the testing process will start at the beginning of the process. So the defects will be less. And next, let us discuss the disadvantages. Documentation is more. It is very clear. In this V model, document are more. We prepare and we test the document. Next, initial investment is more. Obviously, initial investment is more because the developers and testers are involved from the beginning of the process and they are hired at the beginning. Next, if any changes happen in the midway, then the test documents along with the requirements documents has to be updated. Yes. And next, very rigid and least flexible because documents can never be changed once they are created, they are fixed. And next, not suitable for the projects where the requirements are at a moderate to a high risk of changing. As I said in the earlier session about waterfall model, in waterfall model also it is not suitable for short projects, and it is in that model the requirements are not allowed. Like that, in V model, it is also not suitable for short projects, and here also requirements are not allowed. After completing all the phases, the requirements are allowed. These are the advantages and disadvantages of V model. Hope you understand. See you in the next session.